And boop, there we go. Hey, hey, hey. It's your girl Tierney Lachelle, the Creative Brand Strategist. I'm gonna take some time. Hopefully I have some people to come in. I'm gonna go on my phone real quick and share this with some people. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. I don't see too many people in. If we don't have a lot, it doesn't matter. I got one on Instagram. I got two on Instagram. Hey, Lanisha. Hey, Kamisha. Hey, Sadie. I'm live. Use a restream. I'm live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So if you see me here or you see me there, that is the reason. So today we're going to talk about 5 steps to developing an abundant mindset. I'm not sure if you saw my post earlier, but I was just talking about the fact that it really took me making some shifts mentally in order to get into what it is that God wants for me. And I'm really excited about sharing, some experiences and giving you guys more of an idea of what it is that I do. Hey, Lanisha, what it is that I do. I've seen a lot of people like, oh my gosh, I'm interested, but what is it that you do? Like, help me to become more aware. And so that's the purpose of me now going live a little more and showing up more consistently, just so that you can understand the services that I offer and make sure that if you need me, I'm here to support and help you. So, like I said, it's your girl Tierney Lachelle, the Creative Brand Strategist. I support aspiring and newly established female entrepreneurs as they develop purposeful brands and move forward. I like to be on the back end of things and really just help you to see what strategies that you can implement to make your business run smoother for you, run smoother for your target audience. If you need brand clarity, I can help you with it. If you need help developing a content strategy so that you can show up consistently on social media, I'm able to help with that as well. I am the Creative Brand Strategist, period. So today, like I said, we're covering the 5 steps to developing an abundant mindset. And I want you to understand this, that it took me connecting with some amazing people in order for me to understand the steps that I needed to take in order to push my business and brand forward. And sometimes it's the accountability for me, honestly. It takes us finding individuals who has an idea of where it is that we're trying to head, connecting with them in that community, just so that we can stay the course and take the right action that we're needing to. Hey, Sadie, share this. Also, share this with anyone that you know may be struggling and need some motivation. And we definitely want to make sure that we are motivating you and inspiring you to do what's needed to take the proper steps to move forward. So sometimes we blame others for our shortcomings. And it actually took me hitting rock bottom to realize that, first of all, it's going to have to be myself. It's going to have to be me, Tierney, to do it. Doing what I need to do to shift mentally and taking the right actions. And John 10:10 says that the thief's purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus says, I come that you might have a purpose. That he comes so that we may have a rich and satisfying life. Another version says that I come that you may have life more abundantly. And I don't know about y'all, but when I came into contact with that scripture and I allowed myself to meditate and realize abundance is a part of my birthright. I realized that this is actually the will of God for my life, to live a life of abundance. And it is so important for us to understand that and have that at the forefront, because anytime we operate with the scarce mindset, we limit ourselves. And so I want to talk to you today about 2 different types of mindsets. The first one is a scarce mindset, and a scarcity mindset focuses more on what it is that you don't have, and you're looking at things from a limited view, and you want to do things to where you are actually operating with an abundant mindset. And an abundant mindset creates opportunities and believes that there is enough resources for everyone to benefit and do what they need to do in order to develop and move forward. A scarcity mindset is always someone who's always so consumed about what it is that they don't have. They're always concerned about not having enough, or they really look at things from a perspective, excuse me, let me slow down, a perspective of limits. And that's just not where we want to look from. We want to look from a mindset of abundance. With an abundant mindset, we realize that we are indeed enough. For one, we were created in the image of God, and He has given to us everything that we need in order to develop and to pursue the purpose that He's given to us to fulfill before we leave this earth. So when you let go of negative feelings like jealousy or envy or pity, and you take matters taking matters into your own hands, and you move from being a victim over your life into actually being a leader over your life, and you choose to let go of those limitations, you open yourself up to abundance. And so I want to go over a few steps. If you're struggling with your mindset, it's okay. Each day we have the opportunity to renew our minds. And I'm so grateful to God for His grace and His love, and the fact that He is so patient with us and is willing to walk with us hand to hand. And He blesses us with individuals who are willing to go the extra mile with us as well. And so these are steps that I've been able to learn, is come into contact with. And now that I've been able to apply them to my life and see the fruit from making the decision to apply these steps to my life, I want to share them with you so that we can begin to experience the abundant life that God has for us. I got you, Lanisha. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, girl. So yeah, y'all, the first step is you have to learn to receive. So in order for us to really, for one, a lot of times the reason why we're unable to receive is because of the simple fact that we block things out. There's a lot of blockage that we make. Like I said, we have those limits in the limiting mindset, and it causes us to feel as though we don't necessarily deserve, or we're not even worthy of what it is that we're looking to receive. And that causes you to block your abundance. And so what you want to do is shift from that mindset, and you want to make the decision. You want to understand and believe that you are worthy of what it is. You're worthy of wealth. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of peace. You're worthy of the provision that is needed in order for you to shift from where you are to where it is that you wanted to go. So you have to learn to receive. Sometimes we blame others for our issues. Sometimes we blame others for our mistakes, or we look at what it is that we weren't born with, and it causes us to block, and we are operating with a scarce mindset. And so you want to alleviate that and start with step one, which is to learn to receive. The second step is to simply find what you love. One of the biggest things that I hated when I was working in corporate America was the fact that I was continuously having to show up and do something that I hated doing. Oh my gosh, it was like the worst feeling ever. And there was a point in time where they would give us reviews, and I didn't feel as though I would amount up to things, but just because the reviews that I was getting back, it wasn't the best reviews. And that's just because I wasn't operating within my zone of genius. I wasn't operating in the areas that served me well. And once I learned that, and once I started to do things that I actually love, hey Ray, girl, I love you, girl. Once I realized that I needed to do the things that I actually love, do the things I'm actually purpose, that's when I feel good about doing what it is that I do. I work with women on a day-to-day basis, helping them build their brands, helping them to see that they have exactly what it is that they need in order to be successful. And doing that, I get so fueled. I'm on fire. I have such a zeal. I get so excited. And now that I found that, I'm capable of operating from my zone of genius and doing exactly what it is that I love to do. And I want to encourage you to consider doing those same things. Now, I'm not saying to just quit whatever it is that you're working on as far as your 9 to 5 or your day job and just go after and pursue your vision full throttle. However, what I am saying is prepare for it. Prepare an exit strategy. My God. Prepare an exit Prepare an exit strategy. Y'all, why I'm having so much trouble saying what I got to say. Prepare an exit strategy and then make plans to shift from there so that you can operate fully in that place. I don't want you to continue doing what it is that you dislike doing or feel as though you're obligated to have to do that just because that's the only way to get money. One thing that I've learned is that money is the easiest thing to make. And so when you set your mind to doing something, once you set a plan and you put it into action, you're going to yield results. And it's not just going to be a bad result. Now, it could be if you don't have the right plan, but we'll get to that eventually. But I want you to understand that there's nothing wrong with that passion, that fire that you may have within you, that you're like, okay, what I'm doing right now is no longer serving me well, and I want to shift it to something different. You can do that. And I want you to think more as to what you need to do so that you're able to do that. And if you're currently doing that, I don't want you to feel any shame. I don't want you to feel any guilt. If you have family who is saying, no, you need to do other things. No, this journey is between you and God. What it is that you're doing is between you and God. And so if he's giving you the go, baby girl, go. So yeah, step 2, find what you love. Step 3 is actually feel what you want. It's not only important to identify what you want, but it's more important to feel what you want. The more you are aligned with the feeling of what brings you joy, what brings you peace, what it is that you're passionate and purpose to do, the more you're going to attract the life and the abundance and the clients and customers that you need in order to build that life that you're wanting. Sometimes you can envy other people, and that's a trait of having a scarce mindset. I got something in my mouth. Sometimes we can envy other people, and when we live with a scarce mindset, we tend to experience those feelings of envy and jealousy just because, like I was telling you earlier, you're doing things that you're not necessarily supposed to be doing. We were all created with a purpose in mind. We were all created, and God had a plan for us all. And so when we operate outside of that plan, all the feels, they come in. Point blank, period. But once we make the decision, okay, I'm going to obey God and whatever it is that he's told me to do, I'm going to do that. Once you have those, once you make that shift mentally, you'll see it's nothing but abundance is coming your way. I'm telling you. One of the thoughts you could have is wondering why it is that everyone else has what they want and not what you want. And envy is a feeling that attracts scarcity because we focus on what we don't have. It can also lead to the resentment toward other people, and that's just not what we want. We want to make sure that when we are supporting others or we're applauding others, that we're not doing it with the mindset of, okay, I'm clapping for you, but I really wish it was me instead. You can really clap for whoever. It's not going to stop you from receiving what it is that you're supposed to receive. So I really want us to make the decision to, for one, make the first step, which is to learn to receive. The second one is to find what you love. The third one is to feel what you want. And the fourth one is to appreciate what you have. Oh my gosh, this is a big thing. We have to learn how to be content. We have to learn how to examine what's happening around us and try to take note of what we can so that we're able to apply it to our life so that we're able to move forward. A lot of times last year, I continuously tried to jump the gun. Like I would try to do things too soon, and because of that, I would not get what I want, not get where I wanted. I would fail, which is okay. And sometimes you got to fail forward in order to understand. But I want you to understand it's really important for us to appreciate what it is that we have. A simple step to abundance is to start recognizing how rich your life already is. Take the time to appreciate what you have out of your life. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's the people that you love, your colleagues, skills that you already have. You know, the beautiful nature, a roof over your head, a car to drive. Like, you may not have the luxury car or the luxury purse, but you got something. You know what I mean? Let's look at what we have and stop trying to be upset with others because they have more than what we have. Or let's not, think negatively of others because they have more than what we have. make the decision to stop focusing on the gaps. Let's not dwell on our past and appreciate what it is that we have. And which brings me to my last step, which is to accomplish small actions. Listen, Rome was not built overnight, and it's going to take us taking baby steps, one step at a time. We may not know what the outcome is going to be, but we can figure out what needs to be done. We can do reverse psychology. I mean, not reverse psychology. We can take it back and work backwards. What's the word I'm looking for? I forget what I'm trying to say. Reverse engineer. There it is. So we may have to do reverse engineering in order to figure out where it is that we're trying to go. And in the process, find out, okay, this didn't work, so I'm going to eliminate these and then apply what does work. So let's make the decision to accomplish what we can, take small steps, and I promise you'll end up probably better off. I'm sure you're going to end up better off than what it is that you thought that you could. So at the end of the day, I've given you these 5 steps to develop an abundant mindset. I hope that you're able to take something away from what it is that I shared with you today. My goal was to just motivate you. Girl, it's Monday. It's time to get to it. It's time to get this work. Hey, Michelle. Hey, London. Thank you so much for coming. I cannot see the comments over here. Let me see if anybody is saying anything. Maybe not. I'm not sure. No. I don't got too much to say, but y'all did show up, so I appreciate y'all so much. Listen, going live, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy, but I'm just thankful for the ones who are tuned in, who showed up. If this was something that was helpful to you, I would appreciate it if you would share it with others. And yeah, this is just the beginning. I'm hoping that you were touched, and if there's anything that I can help you with, you can always DM me. If you want to set up a brand assessment so that we can take things further, listen, go to my website. It's www.tiernylachelle.com. And yeah, let's get into it. Y'all have